Hello everybody, welcome back to the Final Fantasy X walkthrough. We are down at the Besaid Beach, about to board the SS Leaky. I think that's how you say that. And you're going to want to speak with these NPCs here. Some of them are well-wishers, or maybe all of them are well-wishers actually. And actually a couple of them will give you some gifts there. We got a 400 gil, one of them was a, what was that, a Seeker's Ring? Which, I don't know, is okay. There's an ether. And I know there's two more. I believe there's a remedy from one of the children. And then I missed, well, we'll see here in a minute. Yes, this is the remedy. And the last one is actually 3 Phoenix Downs from this lady down here on the docks. Alright, here's the one. Alright, there you are. So definitely, you know, talk to the NPCs. Get your goods. And we'll jump on the SS Leaky. As far as missable stuff, like this is kind of actually once you step onto the boat, I believe it's kind of like your point of no return, I suppose. Not forever, mind you. Just for a while. We will be able to come back to Besaid later on in the game. So you know, if there's anything that you've missed, Elbed primers or the Veil 4's, I guess, second overdrive, you can come back later. I would recommend taking care of it though now.
Goodbye.
And there's Eva saying goodbye. So yeah, I don't know. As far as missables, not a whole lot, which is, you know, good and bad, I guess. That overdrive, I feel like it's pretty nice. I don't know. I think that it's definitely something that you'll want to pick up now as opposed to later. I mean, why not? On the SS Leaky here, though, there's a little bit of character development, as well as a couple of items. I know there's at least I should say, I'm pretty sure there's an Elbed primer down on the bottom. But yeah, so there's an interesting, actually, there's a little suitcase. And the way it works is if you interact with it, essentially Titus just kicks it. And if you have less than 20 potions, it'll give you a potion until you reach 20. So if you have 0 potions, it'll give you 20. If you have 15 potions, you can kick it 5 times, it'll give you 5 until you're at 20, and then it'll stop giving them. So kind of cool. You know, kind of a little neat way of maybe making sure that your characters don't get too low on resources, I guess. That being said, this game is completely littered with save points, and every time you touch a save point, it restores your health and MP, which is a pretty good thing to know, you know, when you're out and about in the world. So yeah, so it makes for power leveling or leveling. I don't know if you really want to call it power leveling, but makes for leveling.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Alright, so I guess Lulu's not so wild about Wakka's plan. I mean, it seems like a legitimate plan though, right? We're going to a heavily populated area. You know, which is, Luca, I would say, is almost the polar opposite of Besaid. Besaid is absolutely tiny. You know, so, I mean, I don't know. I'm with I'm with Wakka here. I think it's a decent plan, right? You go to a higher populated area, there's a good chance that somebody will know Titus there, which actually is true, and we will find someone we know there, so... without giving too much away, I will say that it was actually a successful plan. So, I guess, I don't know, what do you say to Lulu at this point? Is that like a nana boo type deal? I don't know. I guess if you haven't.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Not a whole lot as far as
Don't
Nice.
take it lightly.
She's just
I don't know.
kind of the ice queen there.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory.
So Lulu definitely the big sister, Waka the big brother type of roles. I always felt like anyway. And this is the captain's cabin, I guess, and there is not anything in here, unfortunately. So we will have to head downstairs and explore a little bit more.
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not Awaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
All right, so here we are introduced to Awaka. This dude, I don't know. The way he works out is if you donate a bunch of money to him at the beginning of the game here, it pays off by in that he will give you a fairly decent discount later on. I always do it just because I kind of always level a bunch in a bit here. So I end up with a bunch of extra money. So, I don't know. I guess I would recommend, investing in Awaka.
But someday, the name Awaka will be spoken all
And,
over Spear.
and again, it'll pay
Say,
dividends
lad, you
later
wouldn't have
if,
a bit of
that is,
guild
if you
then.
spend enough from him. In all honesty, is it really needed? No. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would leave it at that. I wouldn't stress. I put it this way: I wouldn't stress it too much.
I guess
if,
it pays
if
to
that's,
ask. Thank you kindly, lad.
something that you're
Fine
worried about,
seed money
don't.
for the
And on
Awaka
top of that,
merchant
I will
empire.
say that if you're not going to invest in him, like all the way, don't bother at all.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this
So,
trip.
yeah, again, if you're not going to, invest all the way, don't bother with Awaka because it won't pay off.
La 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 la
I
la
feel
la
like
la
if you're
la.
going to do it, you need to invest the 1,001 gil or whatever. And there's the Elbed primer here at the bottom. I don't think I saw it here, so I ended up coming back into this room. Yeah. Whoopsies. It was kind of tough to see down there, to be fair. But anyways, yeah, so again, the whole Awaka thing, it's all or nothing, in my opinion. If that's something that you want to do, go ahead, invest the money. If not, don't stress it, though. It's not really gonna be that big of a deal. Especially, I would say that later on in the game, there's some pretty decent ways to make a lot of money. So, again, I don't know, don't stress it too much. So Luzuit and Gata are here, and I'm trying to, I'm always trying to remember which one's which. I'm pretty sure now I've got it down. I'm pretty sure Luzu is the older one and Gata is the younger. Alright, let's see how many potions I get here. So we're up to 2. There's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so 5. So I must have already had 15. I don't know if I got someone from enemies. I think that was the case anyway. So yeah, so anyways, you can kick it until you get 20, and then once you have 20 in your inventory, you won't be able to get any more from that. So it looks like a couple of the Aurochs are having some gastric distress. Or they're sick. Yeah, I don't know. One and the same, I suppose. However you want to say it. Alright. What else do we have going on here? I don't think there's much else. I believe we do need to go speak with Yuna, though. Yeah, there you go. There was the 20 potions. I don't know why I opened up the inventory. I guess just to hit that point home, I guess. Alright, so unfortunately here, Owaka, you actually can't get any deals from him yet. Because he actually isn't selling anything right now. I believe in a little while, I don't know, we'll say like 45 minutes from now, I suppose. You'll actually be able to buy from him for the first time, and if you've invested enough money, you know, you'll be able to get discounts right there.
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter? So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, so there's the explanation. Basically, Yuna's father is Lord Braska. Alright, so I don't think I've ever actually interacted with this NPC before, but it's kind of funny. So Owaka apparently walks up to her and says, "Oh, you're no good." And then she's like, "Hey, I've got a sense of style, and you can either be like, yeah, sure, or no, not really."
I don't know who you are or where you
Ooh,
came
here
from.
doesn't have anything new to say. Look at you, you're just a broken record. I don't know who you are or where you're from. Okay, we've been over this. Tell us something we don't know.
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet? She had some questions for you.
Lord Braska's daughter? She just might have a chance. We'll get her to Kilika, we will.
She does have a name, you know. Yuna.
Lady Yuna. Well then, we pray for Lady Yuna's safe passage.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Checked. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here, are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
Alright, so, sounds like Jecht came to Spira essentially the same day that he disappeared from Xanarkin. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe not. But it is interesting because Titus says, "Oh, my dad," or as he likes to say, his old man, died 10 years ago. Basically, and that he disappeared and was never there. You know, which doesn't necessarily mean that he died. Oh, maybe that's obvious. Maybe not. Interesting word choice, though. So here we have a fight with Sin once again. Or Sin Spawn. I don't know. Is this actually? Maybe this is the first time we have actually fought Sin. I mean, we fought Sin Spawn a couple of times. But, the people on the boat. It looked like there was a couple of people from Kilika, anyway. And, you know, essentially they said, hey, sorry, Yuna, we realize that you're, you know, a summoner and whatnot, but we're trying to protect our family in Kilika, so yeah, so the goal is to distract Sin and, you know, lure him away from Kilika, which is obviously our destination. These Sin scales, obviously you're not going to want to worry about them too much, just because, just like it says there, if you hover over them, it says they just keep coming, which is true. They will just keep coming. The goal here is to damage the, what is that, the big fin? I don't know, is that what that looks like in the background? And you're going to want to use a combination of Waka, Lulu, and I believe Kimari. Those are the only three that can actually hit him. Kimari can use Lancet to damage the fin. You know, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it's something.
The fin! Attack the fin!
Generally, what I did here, though, was anytime the little bugs, anytime the rings would start to flicker, I would kill them off. In hindsight, I would actually recommend killing all but one of them, and then even if it does have its like wings that start to flicker or whatever, I would just take the hit. Reason being is if you kill all three more will come. So if you just leave it at one, you know, and don't finish off the final one, that's the only one that you'll have to worry about. So again, I don't know. I would leave one and then concentrate the rest of your attacks on the fin. The targeting can get a little bit annoying just because it keeps switching positions. So like you see here, it's off to the what is this? The left side of the boat, and then it'll go out in the center, and it'll float back over the right side. Again, so it's a little bit annoying when you're trying to target because you have to flip through the enemy is different, but that's the only real annoying part of, well, maybe the fact that you can't damage them with normal weapons, or you have to damage them from ranged. Maybe that's kind of annoying too. But anyways, this the fight is actually really easy. I mean, you know, there's not much to it. You just hit him with what you can, and yeah, I guess go from there. The cool thing about if you bring Kimari, especially instead of Waka here, Lancet does do a little bit less damage than Waka's regular like attack command, but the cool thing about it is it heals him. So you don't have to worry about healing him. You know, I don't know. I guess it's not really that big of a deal anyway. Or in this fight, so little damage is actually done that it kind of doesn't matter. But it's not even nuke down the one that. I think that the whole wings flickering thing, I think that's it only deals double damage anyway. So, I mean, it's not like it's gonna hit you that hard anyway. So. You know, you can afford to take one here and there. Alright, so looks like we're down to about 500 health on that. Yeah, look at that. He hits it for 76, which, you know, again, is less than... It's less than what Waka can do, but not by a whole lot. And it does heal him, so, I don't know. Again, food for thought, I suppose. And you don't really have that much of a better option. Wow, actually, Spines kind of hits hard. At 230 or something like that. Man, is this over yet? There we go. Alright, so with this battle, I almost forgot to mention, so for that first part, you're going to want to flip, at least get a hit in with Yuna or a heal or whatever, and at least a couple attacks, or at least one attack. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, get one attack in with everybody. Other than Titus and Waka aren't as important, but keep in mind that this is actually technically a two-part battle. And the second part of the battle, only Titus and Waka are usable. And then once you finish the second battle, that's when you actually get the AP for it. So, that being said, make sure you have these three, Yuna, Lulu, and Kimari. Kimari, jeez. Make sure that they act in the first part of the battle because they won't be usable in the second part. And then on top of that, since it is a second part or a two-part battle, the AP comes at the end of this, this battle that we're about to take care of right now. So, I guess last thing, make sure that neither Waka nor Titus are dead at the end of this fight as well, because if they are, they will not get the AP for these two fights. That was maybe a long-winded explanation, but and in the grand scheme of things, is it really going to matter? Probably not, but you know what? I might as well throw it out there. On that vein, though, I will add that, anytime a character acts in battle, that's the only time that they're going to get AP. And what I mean by that is, so let's just say you start out with Titus, Waka, and we'll say, for argument's sake, Yuna as your third character. If Yuna takes her turn first but doesn't act, and you just swap out to say Lulu, and then finish off the fight like that, Yuna will not get AP because she did not actually act in that battle. They actually have to perform an action, whether that be, swapping out a weapon, or defending, or healing. All of those count as actions in battle. But if they're there at the beginning of the battle and you swap them out right away and they don't actually take an action, that will not count at the end of the battle, so they will not get AP for said battle. And that goes for literally every battle too. So it's not just important to bring your characters in for boss fights. It is important to bring them in for boss fights, but don't just focus on boss fights, is what I'm trying to say. Which is why you'll see me swapping out my characters basically in every single battle. Maybe at a certain point I'll start cutting those battles out, because at a certain point I don't know how much you're going to get out of all these battles. So we'll see. Once we get a little bit farther on down the road, I may start cutting those out. Maybe what I'll do is for every new area, or when a new monster shows up, maybe I'll take footage of that boss or of that fight, and then kind of maybe talk about the different strategies or the attacks I feel are useful against those enemies. But anyways, we'll speak about that once we actually get there. In this fight, however, I would say using cheer a couple of times on Titus right away is a good idea. Not only does it increase both of your members' strength, but it'll also increase their defense. It is what it is. I guess I think it's almost always a good idea to use commands like cheer. Some other ones maybe not as useful. Waka eventually will get the aim command if he doesn't already. I'm not sure. He may actually already have it. But, some of those commands I feel are pretty useful. Other ones, not as much. As far as these little sin scale thingamajiggies here that keep coming into the battle, I would completely ignore them. I would not worry about them at all. They're annoying, and if you kill them all off, they just, a couple more of them will spawn in anyway. So, again, I would ignore them, concentrate on the big guy, take him down. You can hit him with the blind attack from Waka to make him miss his drain touch. But I think Blender always hits regardless of whether or not you have blind on him or not. So I guess maybe don't worry too much about blinding him. It is useful, I would not say, you know, I'm not going to say don't do it, but Blender is his huge attack anyway. And there you go. So there we got all the AP for everybody because everybody acted. Alright, and here we're going to have footage, obviously, of Sin attacking Kilika. I am going to cut the commentary here, though. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope the guides are helpful. Hope you're liking them, and hope you join me for more. Alright, thanks for watching.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks be to you.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.